So you're here at the Karate Arts and Culture podcast with Megan Gottfried,
Madison Ringelberg, and special guest
Emily Furr.
Emily Furr is a grad student here, and she is painting some wonderful self-portraits.
Yeah, so we're going to dive into a quick interview about the process, thoughts behind what drives you as an artist, and the way in which you work.
Yeah, so could you tell us a bit on the process from wrapping the canvas to painting textures and wrapping the frame?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first, I guess, I get excited about a fabric or something. I don't know, like I ordered like sparkly stuff, vinyl-y stuff on Amazon, and I was like, well, what do I do with this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love it, but like, how do I like make this into something? And that's kind of, I don't know, I've been starting with fabric for the past several ones, and I'm kind of going from there, and I stretch them over canvas so they're a little sturdier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I pick the size kind of, I don't know, it's I feel like there's no real like this is this and then this. It's all kind of just like
whatever interests you.
Yeah, I guess this looks kind of cool.
It does, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm super fascinated with the sparkly texture and contrast with your fleshy painting style.
I love that too. I don't know. It's like really been a challenge for me to paint on like the holographic fabric or like the cellophane, because they change so much depending on the light or like which way you're looking at them. Like this piece, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
It's like really cool like in some lights, and then like you shift and it's like really warm. I don't know, and that was so hard to paint on, and it's so slick too.
Yeah, at first glance we were both really wondering like what it's like to paint on such a different surface than just straight canvas. Because did you start out with like a grisaille, or was it just like straight paint?
Yeah, straight paint on cellophane. I was doing matte medium on top of like the underdrawing or the little drawing, so it would like stick better. But then I talked to Miriam, and she was like, you can just, it's like, I don't know, if it's sealed, it's fine, you know?
Okay.
And the matte medium does create a little more of like a kind of grip for the paint to hold on to. So it's a little easier, but it's kind of fun when it is so slick like that, because I can like rub parts out or, you know, like get a pencil and kind of scrape some stuff in. It's really fun.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also really fragile, so that kind of sucks. Like the wrapping paper piece, that is like so freaking fragile. Because there's foam underneath it.
Oh, okay.
Because it was so wrinkly. So I was like, how do I make this not so wrinkly? So I got some like upholstery foam and then just wrapped it like a present.
Yeah, it's kind of a wonder how you get them all so pristine. Because with all these different kind of materials, like sure you can stretch canvas to a point where it could just like pop. But with these materials, like you said, the wrapping paper, if you're too hard on it, it could just destroy itself.
I definitely went through a few like trials with it before then, and I don't know, it's kind of ripping on the back a little bit, but
I know I can see it.
Yeah,
whatever.
For that, it's fine.
All right, so would you say you have any artists that you're drawn to, or like anyone like drives you?
I really haven't been looking at a ton of painters lately, which is kind of funny. I've been looking more at like installation artists, just because like I love material, and I feel like that's kind of obvious in what I'm doing. Definitely. Like I love pulling stuff in. And I don't want to feel limited by like just paint or something. I think I'm gonna bring in a hamper on my next piece.
Oh, that's fun.
Because it reminds me of like adventures as a kid, you know, like is my lip bleeding?
No, you're good.
Yeah, just like adventures as a kid. But I like Jessica Stockholder. And then I was talking with Lee Walton the other day, It's like definitely are getting some like influence from Wayne Thiebaud, the guy who paints all the cakes and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I never had thought about that, but I think he's definitely like, I don't know, a back of the brain influence.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably should be looking at more painters, but that's like not really what's like getting me excited right now.
Yeah, I definitely like, I mean, as a painter, I can definitely feel like there's only so much you can get from just straight paint.
Yeah.
I can definitely see the influence of installation art with all the material that are coming like off of your paintings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how you were just telling me about what you're planning to do with this yellow piece. Make it totally just like 3D.
Yes.
You know?
I'm adding letters to that piece.
Yeah.
It's gonna say good morning. Like, that's
I
singing
love that.
in the rain song. I don't know if you know that one.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, it's definitely very sculptural with everything coming off the piece and like opening up different areas of like looking for the viewer. It's definitely something I'm interested right now in combining sculpture, painting. Why do we make those divisions generally? And the history of like boundaries and labeling type things.
Yeah.
The way of painting, you have to get a painting degree or you have to get a sculpture degree.
I hate that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so why did you choose UNCG grad program?
Yeah.
Well, I took a field trip here in undergrad because my teacher, Stacy Davidson, I think she was a folk visiting artist.
Okay.
So she had like a show at GPS, I think. So we came here and we like looked at the facilities, and the facilities were just like, I was like, whoa, there's like an actual budget here. And, like, there's like, I don't know. I really love just like, I don't know, my studio. I get a nice studio
That's so
to myself.
cool. Yeah,
It's perfect.
I think there's a lot of money here, so I was like, I'll be comfortable. I'll get what I need. And the faculty has been great so far. I feel really comfortable with just kind of like word vomiting my problems at them.
Oh yeah,
like, getting help with that. Everyone's been great.
So where did you go to undergrad?
I went to Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Very nice.
It's pretty small, but it was nice. It was like, I don't know, I feel like the same connection with professors here as I did there.
That's really good.
Yeah, like very comfortable.
Yeah.
It's small.
We definitely have a close-knit community. It's like a art family community type deal here.
Like I never feel like I can't go to a certain professor about things. Like I can feel like I can, like you said, word vomit my issues.
Yeah, especially like Lee Walton.
Oh
like,
yeah,
his work,
he'll take anything.
His work like drives off of that.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever been to an art residency or what's the other word? Art residency.
No, I haven't done that yet. I'm like super nervous about for some reason.
I can see, honestly, I can see why. I've never been to an art residency either. You have.
I just went to my first one. And
Yeah.
it was an experience.
Which one was that? Was that
Salem
Salem?
Artworks.
Yeah.
And it was only 2 weeks and a day or something like that. And it was like, go straight to that, work as hard as you can. And then I actually went abroad the day after.
Whoa.
And I went to Israel right after. So it wasn't,
Oh,
there
yeah.
wasn't time to reflect. Or
I forgot
think.
it was like bang, bang, bang.
Yes.
That's
But
wild.
it was a great experience. I learned a lot. Some parts were really hard. The living outside was really hard.
Yeah, I was looking at that too, and I was like, okay, I could try that. 2 weeks tops, you know. But I applied for some in Charlotte, but it was like didn't know where I was living, and I was considering Otis. It's a school in Los Angeles, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go here, and they were like, well, if you're not living in North or South Carolina, we can't give this to you. And I was like,
really?
ooh. But then I did end up living here. So, yeah, but that was the Goodyear Arts residency, which is pretty cool. If y'all haven't looked that one up.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that one, but
I haven't heard of that.
good year.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in Charlotte, and it's probably easier if you live there.
Yeah.
But you get a little studio and part of a show and stuff.
Is it expensive?
I live
What
just
are we
south
doing?
of
I think they
Charlotte.
give you like a stipend, but it's not a place to live. Just like a stipend in a studio.
And then you figure
And
out where to
show.
live.
Mm-hmm.
You can't live in your studio.
Hey Megan, if you want to go there, you can chill at my place.
Cool.
So, like, what got you started with painting originally?
It's a hard question.
It is,
It's a
yeah.
hard question.
But like, what drew you to it?
Well, I didn't do very much painting at all in like high school or anything, because I got so frustrated by it, like mixing color, and it's just like kind of messy and uncontrollable almost. And then in undergrad, I was like elementary ed for a second, then art ed, and then I was just art, and I was drawing like major for a while, and then I took my first painting class, and I was like, well, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
And I did oil for the first time, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, squishy. I like this better. Like, you're not rushed for time. It's like you can mix all the colors you want and just kind of work from there. I don't know, like it just fit my personality better. And then I liked, I don't know, just color, just being able to just like plop color down in a way that like drawing couldn't do for me at that time. I think that was my like biggest draw, was just like color.
Yeah, that is super evident in your work. Definitely.
Do you work from images of yourself, or?
Yeah, I do like little photo shoots.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
so dorky. I like lock my door and I just am like in here like trying to put my phone on different surfaces. It's nothing official, but yeah, I work from photos.
Nice.
And I do the little photo shoots, and kind of that helps me get like what I'm going for in like a work too, like expression, and I don't know. I take like a bunch of photos. I kind of pick and choose what I want to do from there.
Very nice.
Have you found any pushback in the painting community versus like perceptual working from technology-based media or the photos?
No, I don't think so. No, not
Cool,
really.
that's good.
I think in undergrad, my teacher, she would push me a bunch. She's like, I did a bunch of observational drawing from life, because we used to do these like 20-minute portrait sessions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was so fun. And my style was completely different. It was really funny. But it hasn't really been a pushback thing.
That's good. Yeah. That 20-minute portrait sounds like really fun. I feel like I
It
want to
is
do
so
that.
exhilarating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it like around the holidays,
Oh.
and I think we like raised money for something, because we would sell them to the sitters who like sat. It was like faculty and stuff. It was
That's
really fun.
I wish we did that here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, people love to be painting.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Maybe we should paint our faculty.
Maybe, yeah.
You should
That
totally
is
paint
nerve-wracking.
He would critique us from around the other side.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Cool. So do you have a professor or teacher here that you really vibe with, that has like helped you along, like one in particular you've made a connection with?
I think they've all been like really helpful, because I think like we kind of have to get close to a lot of professors, just like having studio visits. Man, I need to schedule more of those. And just having people in, because that's kind of how we get critiqued by people, is by inviting them in. So it's like I've gotten to know a lot of people, and I feel like even like people who have nothing to do with what I'm doing, like Pat Wasbauer has been just like so supportive, and like Nikki is of course just like, say it how it is.
Oh yeah.
You need to be doing this, look at this.
Yeah.
You know, I think like as a whole, the faculty give like the right balance, because some people are like the sweet when you need like a little like
support. Yeah.
Like, give me a, I don't know,
Only
verbal
nice words,
hug,
please.
please.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like Miriam is also just kind of like, say it how it is, but like in the most supportive way.
Yeah.
I I don't know. I feel like we have a good balance here.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So there is definitely a bit of a divide between like undergrad and grad students.
Oh yeah.
How is like the grad program here structured? Like you said that in order to be critiqued by professors here, you need to go ahead and schedule stuff. Like, is there not like structure to that other than you having to reach out to them?
Well, sometimes for class we'll have critiques. Like, I'm in graduate seminar. I think that's what it's called. And I don't know. Well, I think we've had Jen come in for that and talk like individually to us, but mostly it's a lot of free time. So it's really self-driven, which I really like. I work well in that way.
Yeah.
Like I think we get some credits for like studio hours, which are like not really scheduled time, but it's like you kind of have to push yourself to be in here.
Right. Okay.
And work. I don't know, but I take art history. I take my graduate seminar. I did drawing marathon, which was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But it's not a lot of like art making with people, which is way different than what I was used to with undergrad.
Yeah.
I kind of miss that, but it's fine.
Yeah, I can see how. That's my train of thought.
That's fun. I just said a lot of stuff.
Well, working off of that, I honestly don't really know how the structure is, but I heard of something called like the semester review.
Oh yeah, that's like our big driving thing. We just had candidacy, which is like if you're gonna, it's like if you're on the right track to do your thesis project, which is kind of just your body of work as it's going and you being able to talk and write about it. But that's like 15 professors and you explaining your work and
holy crap.
Yeah, and that's like I think that's in every semester kind of review, but that last one was like the big one. So that was really nice to have that over with.
Yeah.
And then do you have one of those like right before you like graduate with your degree, or like how does that work?
So now that I've been through that big scary one, I have a thesis committee, which is like, so now it's like narrowed down to, I think it's 4 professors of our choosing that get to kind of help us and critique us, and we all meet as a group every few months or every month or so.
Nice.
And they like critique what I'm doing and, I don't know, make sure I'm doing okay.
That must be really helpful. That's awesome.
It's a little nerve-wracking, but I mean it's great to be able to talk about your work in front of people.
Definitely.
And the art historians are here for that as well, so it's like everybody.
Yeah, Nicole's on my thesis committee.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know any of that.
Yeah, it is just not talked about downstairs.
Yeah,
you know?
It's kind of strange. I feel like since I'm not in the foundry or like shadowing a class, I'm like not connected with any undergrads. But like at Winthrop, it's like the undergrads and the grads. We all like party together.
Really? What the heck?
We can party together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised, but I guess we're in our little like tower on the side of the building.
Yeah.
We're on the top floor.
I enjoy having the screen printing room up here though, because then it's like, oh wow, they're like paintings and I can look at them and see different things, which is nice.
I try and keep my door open most of the time just so like I'm not isolating myself. I think it's really important, like having people in, like you guys, or you know, just my peers too, hanging out and stuff.
Yeah.
So just out of curiosity, do you guys like as a group of grad students kind of work off each other, like that collaboration? Where do you guys like artistically like fuel each other? Is there any of that kind of collab going on?
Well, I think I tried to like actually do like a solid collaboration with Connor, and that was really fun, but I feel like at this point there's not a lot of time for that.
Mm.
But we are like a little family up here. There are
Oh, I
only
love
I
that.
know there are only 11 of us
Yeah.
in first and second years, and there are only 5 of us in my year.
Wow.
So we are like a little family. We
That's-
do a bunch of stuff together.
Love that.
I know. So I don't know. We all just hang out all the time, and it's just like I was just down in the foundry, and Patrick's like, "You're spray painting wrong. Let me help you." And I'm like, "Yes, please." I don't know. Everyone's kind of helpful in their own ways to just like support each other because we all do such different stuff. So
Mhm.
that's kind of the best.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us
Yeah,
for
this
a
has
bit.
been great.
It's
Yeah,
been a
thank you.
window into the grad student life.
Yeah.
so-
Hopefully we
You're
can
very
do more of
welcome.
these so I can actually know what's going on up here.
Yeah,
Because
I
I'd
think
really
that's
like
important.
to. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.